Hey Pramod, welcome to Launch Day.
Here I go.
So, yeah, we were talking on Twitter and you really you like I think you're just getting started, right? Like you don't have many customers yet. Like how is it going so far?
Uh, it's hard. I've been doing this for like some time now. I mean, I know like the dynamics of building, you know, products independently here on the X community. But yeah, it's hard, still hard for me because I don't know like if um, the profile matters or not, but I see myself not there yet where I just build something and do very good with the distributions. I'm still figuring out, so it's definitely hard. um yeah,
Hmm. And when did you start?
I
When did you start building your own things?
I think I got into this community in 2020, early 2023s. That's when I figured out there are a lot of people like me who are passionate about building something and also can sell it and make a living out of it. So that was like my a point where I was like, okay, maybe I can also do this. So that's that point I realized that I can do this. So 2023 I like explored like the space, like how people are doing it, or uh, what's the process, how they build, how do they sell, how do they approach the customers, everything. Then in 2023 I was actually working in 9 to 5 back then. So in 2023 December I thought
Mm-hmm.
I would just go all in building public. So I quit my job in 2023 December and then I started building. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So did you have some savings? Do you do freelancing on the side? How are you making it?
Yeah, so I had like a 5 months runway. That's the max I had. Um, I was like little, not much, but little. Was not sure if I should do that, but anyways, I wanted to take a call. I did that. Uh, but a good thing happened is that I built something called Motion Shot in 2024 Feb March, I guess. So that actually made some money for me, and then it added up to the runway, and it was okay like till 2024 July August it was fine, and then things went really really different. So yeah.
So what was this first product? Like how so basically your first product had some success. That's cool. Can you tell a bit more about that?
Yeah. So technically, it is not first. I had tried multiple things, in fact, but I mean that comes to my mind because I like that was the first one I did something good and people purchased. Like I made some money out of it. Um, so in fact, it was like third or
And what
fourth,
was this
third maybe
product?
third. Sorry.
And what was this product?
So this is like a guide making tool, like you any screen based workflow you can turn it into a guide. Like you install the Chrome extension, you do the process and it will capture the things and it will make a guide out of it, and you can host it and share the links. So yeah, that was the product.
Like what kind of guide? Will it be a video? Is it going to be a step-by-step PDF? Like what is going to be the guide?
So the primary focus was around video. You can just point out like this in this particular screen. First step is this particular thing, and it will put the mouse cursor. It will zoom. It will add voiceover, and then you can export as PDF as well. So in summary, that was the product.
That's awesome. Is it still live? Do you still sell it?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we'll talk more about it, but yeah, it is still live. In fact, I revamped it recently as well. Um, so yeah,
So
that was
I
my
know it's not your main product,
right.
but can you show us quickly? I'm just curious because that sounds
Yeah, I
interesting
will
but
I will
also.
definitely show. Let me share my
Yeah,
screen.
sounds cool.
So yeah, this is the product.
Mm.
I mean, as I said, I revamped it. I rebranded it to something else. But
Guide
otherwise,
roll. Yeah, I see.
guide role. Yeah. So, but the when I
Oh, and
started
can
it,
you
like
remove the small window? Okay. Do you mind closing the
yeah,
window where
yeah.
I where
Sorry,
we see
sorry. Yeah,
myself?
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. So this was the product. Like you make guides using the Chrome extension. You can use it for hosting like a help desk kind of thing, helpful for onboarding processes like for HRs in any company, and creating SOPs. Every
What's
company would
SOP? I
have
don't even know what SOP is.
it's a standard of procedure. So you have when you have a process, a procedure to be followed, generally any company would have its
Yes.
standard of procedure. So you can turn generally what people do is like they create a PDF kind of thing with using like so many tools which would not be so clear as well. So using this tool you can exactly capture the screen and say, hey, first step is to click this, second step is to fill this detail, third step is to hit this button, and so on. So you
So
can
that's
make
that's kind
this
of like Loom, but like dedicated for processes. So you have all these
right.
extra features of making a PDF or a full guide and not just like a video. Yeah.
Correct, that is correct. Yeah.
That's awesome. Like how did it so I guess now you switch focus to another product,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
seemed like a really cool thing. So what happened with this? Like I guess you made some money and now it kind of like stopped growing. Like what was the
Yeah, yeah. So I will just stop my screen for now so that I can come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I started it in 2024 Feb March, I guess. Um, then I sold a lot of LTDs, lifetime deals. Um,
Yeah. Good idea at the beginning to get some cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I somehow like there was some tipping point where like my posts went viral, Reddit, somewhere else, and then I somehow like unknowingly, with the community, someone posted it on um, Facebook groups. There are so many groups for LTDs. I didn't know this. I didn't know
Oh
this
yeah,
back
I've
then.
learned this from someone, yeah, who said you have like
Yeah.
crazy groups, like where people are just like looking for LTDs and they're like gonna buy and
Absolutely.
buy.
LTD
Yeah,
is like a crazy. That's what I figured out. Like these are all, they were new to me. I mean, even now, like it's not like super experience, but they were very new. So someone posted it on some LTD specific group on Facebook. And I reached out to them. They reached out to me. I said, hey, can you just post it? They posted it and it went super viral. It went super viral. It made some good money.
amazing.
Like by then I had some sales, same LTDs, but like that was like a tipping point, and it just uh, for next 2 3 months it just did really good, like from the channel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So I
Okay,
mean
so
there
you
is
had that, you
downside.
had some sales,
Yeah,
yeah. And did people use it? Because I've heard a lot of people buy LTDs and they never use it.
that
They
is
just they
true.
just like are addicted to having all these deals. Yeah,
That's actually, I mean, it might be offensive from the other side saying addicted, but it is actually they are very kind of addicted. So they just purchase like whenever they see a tool with LTD, they just go purchase it, no matter if they have a immediate requirement. They just think they will use it
yeah,
sometime in future. But in my case, so I have a Discord channel where um, all paid customers, I, in all the emails that I send, I tell them, please join this Discord channel for like updates. Like I just post whatever I build. So I think there are around 80 to 90 people right now on the Discord server. So
Mm-hmm.
they actually use it like regularly. There are few people who use it very regularly. Like, for example, some agencies, right? Agencies, they always deal with clients and they always have something to be explained or delegated.
Yes, makes sense.
So they
Yeah,
keep
to me,
using
to be
it.
honest, it seems like the kind of product that can make money in a growing market. So I'm curious, why are you focusing on something else now?
So, so back then, I don't know, like it was completely my mistake. It is not like a calculated move or something. I was very new to these things. I didn't know like the importance of um, giving it some time, focusing on one thing. Maybe I over, you know, thought about myself. I don't know, like something happened. Then at that point, I thought maybe I will uh, a point where like the sales were down and the feedback it was coming, but somehow I don't know what happened, but I just moved on to something, and from then I got distracted. I definitely got distracted.
Mm.
um I wish
But
uh,
it's also kind of understandable because you started and quickly you got lots of sales from the
yeah,
lifetime deal,
yeah.
and
So
then
that is another,
which is
yeah,
kind of
that,
like a boost, and then you
yeah,
go
yeah.
back to normal. Then it must be a bit like, oh, okay,
So I think that is the mistake with I mean, I understand, like for even now I would say, like for someone who is starting off, I would definitely say go do LTDs, few LTDs to start with, because you understand the process of getting payments, speaking with customers and stuff like that, because LTDs are easier to sell, at least in my opinion.
yeah,
um, but there is downside to it, is that there is no recurring it's not just recurring revenue, but it is not there's no recurring pressure on you that you have
motivation.
to, yeah,
Yeah,
you have to keep speaking with people, and you have to make sure that there is no churn. In LTD there is no churn, technically, right? But there are other ways of
yeah, yeah,
churning, uh, but yeah, that's the downside. Like there's no regular pressure on you that, okay, keep speaking with customers, keep pushing them,
yeah.
make them happy,
It's
keep
easy
make,
money, which is good, but then yeah, it can be, yeah, yeah,
yeah. So that, I think, I mean, I don't blame that completely. I'm sure like there were problems with me as well. But I think that was the problem with LTDs, and somehow I, I carried away with something else. I wish I was
mm.
stuck with it, but whatever happened is happened.
But you
I
still seem
tried
to
to,
be maintaining it, like you
yeah, I
rebranded
do.
it, so you're still like
Yes.
it's still working
Yeah.
and everything, but it's just like you were trying something new also, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to, find someone, if someone can, the new one, like the new branded one, because I want to focus completely on, and I'm focusing on completely on CrawlChat. So I'm just trying to find someone either in my circle or someone, because it's a very good tool that I see a lot of value in it. So yeah,
Exactly, that's what I said. I'm like, this seems like a product that can make money.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm not surprised.
yeah,
Yeah, so now you're trying to sell it. Cool. Yeah, I guess it's harder to sell because if you just have LTDs, then it's not recurring revenue. So you
yeah. I
cannot say I
tried it.
have.
Yeah, people. That's what people they backed off. I had put it on um, uh, uh, platforms, but lot and people showed interest initially, but then they figured out it is all LTDs, and they back off. Of course, like they have a good reason to back off. So
Yeah, yeah.
um,
It's just that it's less valuable. It doesn't mean it's not, but it's like less impressive
yeah,
than if it's
yeah.
yeah.
So that's when I
Wow.
understood. No matter what, no matter how easy or hard it is, it is bad to continue keep just selling LTDs. I'm not saying should not sell, but selling only LTDs is not a good way. Yeah.
Mm. So for this other product, you're not doing LTDs, I think.
Yeah, yeah, no.
That's very interesting. That I never heard that perspective. That's super interesting that LTDs, yes, they bring you money, but it also has some downside, especially in terms of motivation and long-term building. So now you're actually not doing it. That's really
Yeah.
interesting. Wow. Okay.
I mean, you can make
But at
tons
least
of
it
money.
allows
Like
you
you
to
can,
learn and to get some money, to found
yeah,
the
that is there. So
rest of
that's
your
the
journey.
entire
So
point
that,
of, yeah, that's the entire point of platforms like AppSumo and stuff. They promise you like very good um, sales, and I'm sure like
yeah.
it does. And people, I spoke with a lot of people who made really good money. Um, lot of like even like top products. I've just figured out few like top products that I know it seems like made LTDs and sold some kind of one-time payments. So it is definitely a value addition, like to as a maker for you. Like it's a very good, um, how do you say? Like it's a very good support. Like in initial days that you have good money, so that you can focus on, But that you should understand that it is just that. Like you cannot just run entire thing on LTDs or one-time payments. It is just to give you like initial push, and you should definitely stop it, and you should definitely focus on the service, recurring service. Yeah.
So you also so there's just like a counter argument to that is because like basically if you don't have recurring revenue, then you need recurring acquisition. And that's harder. But for example, in launch day number 2, there was Simon Hoiberg, who does Founder Stack, and it's an LTD. But he has a huge YouTube channel. He had hundreds of thousands of views per day. So selling an LTDs, it's perfect for him,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
he has recurring distribution,
Correct. No, that is
So
absolutely, that is
there's a
very
way.
beautifully put.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is the summary. That's the line. Like if you have very good distribution, even if your ticket size is very small, go do LTDs or maybe one-time payments. You make a lot of money because you have very good distribution channel. But on the other hand, if you
Yeah.
don't have, then you just focus on like very few clients, make sure they are paying whatever price you put, and you keep them happy, and you keep making money. Yeah. It's a process. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So you done that. And then what happened that made you create this other project that you're going to show?
Yeah. So I mean, it starts with my mistake that I moved on. But anyways, whatever happened is happened. Then so as I said, like there was at least 4 or 5 months gap. Um, I mean, time where I was like so depressed because I tried so many things, nothing was working out. Um, the runway
Mm,
was like almost done. In fact, I remember like a month where I was like almost done. Now I don't have money. So, I should
yeah.
definitely do something else. There is no other way. So and I have a family. I have to make sure it's not like I'm independent. I do whatever I want. But yeah, so that point I thought maybe I should just keep. I mean, I understand like I want to do SaaS and stuff in long run, but at least to keep me going, to keep the ball rolling, I just need to do something. So the same place where I was doing 9 to 5, I got on a contract based work, like it's like very like
Your
4 days
previous
a day.
job, your previous
Yeah,
job, you started freelancing for them? Yeah.
right. So um I mean, very like just half a day, maybe 3 days a week, something like that. Because I have very good relation, like very good people. In fact, because of them, I'm like whatever I am. I learned so much. I worked there for 7 years, so huge respect to them, and they have very good respect on me as well. So
And that's
yeah,
good because you know everything. So with just a few
yeah,
days of work a week, you can bring a lot of value. Yeah.
yeah, right. So yeah, so I got on that, and that made me little stabilize, like not go so crazy. Then I got into
Yeah. I
MVP
hear you.
agency as well. Yeah, I did some MVP projects. Like I would have done at least 4 or 5. I don't exactly remember in that 4 to 5 months. Um,
Yeah.
I
So you made a
so yeah,
small basically small agency building MVPs for for other startups, like
yeah, right,
coding and designing.
right, everything. I mean, see, it's just 2 weeks MVP, so there is no point of discussing code, all these things. It's just like you have idea, I'll give you running URL, done, right? So
I see. I see. Simple. Just to
it's very
test.
simple
Yeah.
because it's just 2 weeks time, and I used to charge, I think 3K or something, very, very nominal. So that was, I mean, that helped me a lot. And then I did freelancing. So I'm so much into Remotion community. I don't know, like, if you know Remotion. It's a video.
Remotion, I've heard about it. Let me check. Wait, I'm
Yeah.
starting to do this podcast more Joe Rogan style, where I actually share my screen when I look at things. So let me just look at Remotion, and I'm
Okay.
gonna share my screen, so you're gonna show me at the same time.
Yeah.
So Remotion, let me just share my screen. Okay, Remotion make videos programmatically.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
Oh shit. Yeah, create videos with React. I heard of that
exactly.
years ago, but it seemed to be much better now. It seems to have evolved so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Oh my God,
It,
JavaScript is everywhere now. We even need JavaScript for videos. Fuck my life. Yeah. Oh my God.
so
Yeah.
that was the exact reaction.
But
I
this
was
is
like, oh,
awesome. Wow. This is yeah. Yeah, but it's still cool though. I'm just trolling, but it's cool. Yeah.
very cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Remotion. Let me just
yeah.
see if they have so okay, watch demo. Let me just oh shit. No. Um,
So all those
compose
videos that
with
you see
code.
here are made by Remotion itself, like, with React.
And so like it's made in React and then it export as an actual video file. Uh,
Absolutely, MP4. You get
like
MP4.
like this is not like JS, like this is an actual video, this thing.
Right. That's
Uh,
correct.
actual MP4 captions. Oh wow. Motion, year in review. Oh my God. This seems so cool. Wow. I want to do this now. I could do so many things for launch day with this. Wow.
Yeah. In fact,
This is
Motion Chat
beautiful.
itself was made on Remotion. So I was like, a lot into Remotion community.
Yeah, so sorry. Yeah. So you were saying you were in Remotion. Okay, so what were you saying about Remotion? I'm sorry, I just wanted to give some
Yeah.
context.
No worries. So I was saying that I was like doing a lot of Remotion related stuff, not from development side, like from Remotion library development, but consuming it and building tools like out of it. And it's a very
Yeah,
young, like Johnny the maker, like I know him very good. So it's a very young, like they're very cool young people, made this really cool tech. In fact, I love it, like very good in my opinion.
I
So
agree. It's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, so I started like building products around it, and somehow like I kept talking with them. So I became very familiar with the Remotion tech itself. So they listed me as a Remotion expert, and I started getting freelancing from that side as well. Like people need Remotion templates, people need some project based on Remotion, people they want me to set up some Remotion on their infra,
You know,
AWS or whatever.
it it's interesting because usually freelancing is annoying for me because I don't need too much. But when I'm learning a new tech, I actually like doing it. Like you're learning
Yeah,
a new technology and you can
right.
use freelancing to keep learning and make money. And
Yeah.
that's really, do you relate to that? I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I was saying that, I mean, that was another channel where I was getting a very good amount of freelancing work as well. I did multiple uh, freelancing work for Remotion related stuff as well. So all this kept me going. Yeah. So again, like January, I mean, meanwhile, I tried to reconnect with Motion Shot, like my first product, first as in like the product that made some money, but somehow I had moved on and I could not go back. So I was experimenting again in this year, early this year. Uh, so back then, the MCP was very hot. Like I think they released it in mid-January this year,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong. And
So
chatbots
just
were
to give
there.
people context,
Yeah.
MCP is a custom, I mean, it's just APIs basically, but that you can plug with your AI tool. So like you can plug it with Claude or with Cursor or with ChatGPT. No, ChatGPT doesn't do it, I think. And you can plug a custom server, which is going to give you specific answers to a specialized topic. So
Right.
that, for example, I have one MCP for building launch day that is related to my code base, because I built launch day in Elixir and Phoenix, and it's a Phoenix dedicated MCP that allows Cursor, when I code, or Claude, to connect to the database, make some special queries. Like, it's basically giving more powers to the AI. That's basically what it is.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, I like the idea of MCP, and people were a lot on Cursor and back then Windsurf. I don't know what is the state of it now, but anyway. Uh, um, so one thing I observed is that tools, for example, Cursor, uh, they they know your code because it's there. It has access. It reads.
Yeah.
But for example, if I'm using remotion and building something, the code that I have, yeah, it reads, it understands, but it has very limited knowledge about remotion itself, the documents, the API, the technical stuff. What are the functions available? When should I use this? What does this do? What are the arguments that I need to pass? So many things. I mean, it might have some knowledge, but it would have been outdated, right? Because it has a cutoff.
Yeah, it's usually outdated, or it's gonna make mistakes, gonna use the wrong version. Yeah, I have that all the time. Yeah.
Right. So, I was just trying to connect these two dots, like documentation. Remotion has documentation, but Cursor doesn't know it. But Cursor supports MCP already. So I was trying to put Remotion documentation as MCP server, so that you can connect with Cursor and do it. So that when you ask it, for example, agentic mode in Cursor, like now it has tools to read the documentation as well. So it goes, reads the documentation, understands these functions, understands the context better, then codes it in a better way. So I was just experimenting like
exactly.
yeah. So I was experimenting just like a laboratory. I did not have any product kind of thing. I was doing something else in AI space. I was trying to build something, but this problem, I was like stuck with it. I was like, maybe this is very interesting. I mean, I love technical problems, so I just kept solving it, and I showed it to few people. They're like, wow, this is good. This is amazing. So what it ultimately did is, you give URL of remotion. For example, remotion, it goes, fetches all the things. RAG was already there. RAG, I don't know, like if I have to explain, it's a retrieval augmented generation. It's like the AI models, they themselves don't know everything, right? You have internal documentation, they don't know about your internal documentation. So how do you make your AI to read the internal documentation? Using this RAG workflow. RAG, in the workflow has a few steps. First step is to take the knowledge base, index them in a particular way. You chunk them, you index them, you keep them like in a way so that you can quickly grab what is required, what is optimal for the
formatted
particular
for the
context.
AI to be able to use it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you chunk them, you index them, store them. So this is where vector databases come into picture. These are called embeddings. You take a document, chunk them and turn them into something called embeddings, right? And you store these embeddings into something called vector databases. I mean, I can explain even technical things, but I don't know where to stop.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I think we shouldn't go deeper. It'll be too deep. But
right.
Okay,
exactly.
I get it. Okay. So there's this whole structure. So people put the remotion URL. Then there's this thing happening where you parse everything, go to all the web page, the documentation.
Right. So now I have all the documentation. Now I have put MCP server in front, and now so now like in any like even Claude, for example, because they only started MCP stuff. So so RAG was there. So I was saying RAG was there, but I was trying to put RAG over MCP. It was not a huge step. It's just experience. It's like a better experience. I'm sure a lot of people did
Yeah,
that.
it's like a small add-on that makes it
Right,
better. Yeah. Yeah.
right. So I showed it to people. Like people were like,
So
"This is amazing."
is that what you built in the end? Is that the product you have now?
Right. That is how it all started. CrawlChat. So the name itself, I was like, initially I was like, oh, I'm crawling and I'm charting with it. So it's like, okay, crawl chat, simple. but but it is a
And
lot
can you
beyond
yeah,
that.
and can okay. Can you show us and take us a bit through it? Because it's gonna be easier, I think, to get it like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me share my screen. Um, so yeah, so this is what crawl chart. I'm showing the landing page. I will show the internal pages as we go. So yeah, AI chatbot for your documentation and support. I mean, this is like the current version, but when I started, as I was saying, I was just trying to put technical documentation, in the RAG, whatever, and then
So
give
now,
them
so it
APIs.
seems like that it evolved quite a bit. So it's not just an
Right.
MCP now. It's like
Correct.
actual product with a tool that people can put on their
Yeah.
website super easily. So it
Correct.
pivoted kind of.
Yeah. So I don't know like how good, bad, I have no idea. But yeah, pivots are there everywhere, wherever I do. Like things will, I don't know, it stabilizes maybe over the time. But yeah, so but the crux is same, like the engine is same. Uh, it is still a RAG system, which does so many
Yes.
things, right? So um,
But it shows you have good product sense, I think, because you can go from because what you said to me was very technical, and this is very user friendly, the landing page. So you can bridge that gap very well. I
yeah,
think that's really cool.
I guess so. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I'm trying that. I'm sure definitely I'm trying to be as close to the customer language than like using some jargons. Um, yeah. So I mean the
And
crawl chart.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So crawl chart itself has like, to keep it in simple terms, it has like three steps. Right. So just first step is to build your knowledge base. This can be either you just give some URL of your documentation, or you upload files, right? Or you connect some, let's say, GitHub issues and so many other things, maybe Notion pages. So this builds the knowledge base, and now you have ability to chart with it, right? When I say you, it is not just someone who is signing up to me. It is the company. Generally, companies sign up to products like this. They have so many clients, customers, and whatnot,
Yeah,
so they can expose this entire documentation to them so that they consume it in a very natural way. So that's
yeah.
where they can integrate this as chatbot either on your website, or you can install it as a Discord bot or Slack bot, right? So
Yeah.
then the third step is to analyze your data documentation, right? So l- now people are asking questions. Now how much of the documentation that you have is answering the questions they are asking? Are they asking the questions that you are
Oh,
expecting? Or
that's interesting.
yeah,
And how
so
do you figure this out?
yeah, I'll explain. Yeah, so there are so many. So you can find data gaps, like um, how much, like what is the score, for example, for each questions that they're getting. What is the average score, right? Now is it going up over the time? Is it going up, going down? What group of your knowledge base is being used more to answer your questions? Where can you fix, like for some question it answered wrongly, how can you fix it, right? So I try to put the analytics part in the center of this entire thing, so that you understand your audience better, your own documentation better. So yeah, at high level, this is what CrawlChat is right now. From the point that I just told as a MCP, a small toy like MCP or documentation over MCP to what I have now.
So after this, we started having some problem with the recordings and we couldn't figure it out. So sadly, this is the end of the recording with Pramod. But you can check out his website, CrawlChat.app. And on the launch day, you will also see a full demo of his product that he's recording. So I hope you enjoyed this chat with Pramod, and I'll see you on the next interview.